Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne. Monday, January the 9th, 2017. Yesterday, I did a video on the dashboard, new features and enhancements. And one of the columns or functions, I think I should start calling it from now on because it's not column dependent, was the three-level ZZ function. So let's just take a look at it here. This is the, we put it in this column, and you can see here the AUD USD, Australian dollar, US dollar, has a big three ball. Once again, this and this are not the exact same, because if I were to use the logic here and here, this thing would just drag your computer to a halt, and we don't want that. So I use a simulation, but it's pretty close. So what we need to do here is we're going to add another column. A fellow trader was talking to me on the phone the other day, and he was saying how it'd be nice if he could see what happened the bar before. So let's just go into the indicator here, and let me show you how to do it. So here we have in column 17 the ZZ3L. Okay, 15 minutes current bar. And we loaded up parameters even though we can make those zero. So remember, indicator column 17. Okay, so let's say we're going to do column 17 again, because remember it's going to come straight down. So it's going to take whichever indicator's first to put it here. Now we said column 17, it's going to put it right next to it. So let's get the three-level ZZ. Now it's called the ZZ3L because it the code doesn't like to have numbers start them off. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll set this to current, and we're going to use bar number 1. Okay, and you see here we had some others in that column, so let's go back and make an adjustment here. So that was column 17, and this is to show you how you can adjust things around. So we had 18, 17, see we had two 17s. So let's just make this column 9. I don't think we had a column 9. And we'll come down here and we'll make that column 9. Okay. So you can see here on the current is 0. The previous, which I gave a color, previous color here, so these will stand out. So you know if you use something other than a 0, it's going to stand out, because if you use something other than a 0, you probably want to be looking at that. So once again, 3 and 3. But let's look at this one. So what this is telling us is it put a 3 here and it put a 3 here. Now, how can you use this to make money? Because that's the only reason why we trade, right? Now let's analyze this. When this ball first appears, the semaphore, especially a 3, it means it's on a breakout. Unlike some people who look at it and they think when they see the chart the next day, oh, it was a reversal. No. So what you're seeing here is last bar you got a breakout signal. This bar, once again, it broke out. So you're saying, hey, chances are if I've got these two signals like this, it's on a breakout. On the other hand, if you only have a signal in the previous column, oh, it's probably gonna reverse. So what you can do here using the three-level ZZ, you can actually trade the wick zones of a lower time frame. Or any time frame for that matter, but especially if you're a scalper. So you see here you had a 2 last bar. So what does that do? That alerts you this bar. What can happen? If it comes up and gets another 2, then you know it's breaking out. If it fails to meet that level and reverses, it is reversing. It's plain as day. Okay, let's see. Let's pick another one here. We already looked at that one. Let's look at the... Here we go. So we had a 2 and it broke out. Okay. Let's look at this one. Now this one's even a stronger one. You had a 1 here and all of a sudden it pushed up, it became a 2. So that's even a stronger breakout. Let's look at the yen. Okay, we had a 1 bar ago and it didn't even try to push out, it just reversed. So you see, if you understand the 3-level ZZ indicator and if you use it properly, if you apply it, it's very simple to profit using that indicator. Okay, and having it on the dashboard like this, it just makes it really easy to scan for trades. So for example here, there's no trade. Okay, just like here, New Zealand dollar, there's no 3-3 trade or no ZZ trade, but you can see here it's in this wick zone, it's in this wick zone, something's happening. When it's doing this pattern here, that's what's called consolidation. Okay, something's going to happen. It's not going to stay here forever. Something is going to happen. And what's probably going to happen is it's probably going to do that. Not that I'm into prediction, but you see how price likes to go from 3 to 3 to 3? Well, if it's not making a new high, then it's probably going down. So that's one to put on your radar for the future. So once again, just let me show you what's going on inside the dashboard here. We had put in this in column 9, ZZ3L, 15 minutes. Once again, this allows you to change the inputs. So this would be a 5 periods, 13 periods, 34 periods. And what this simulation is doing, it's just showing you the highest high over the last 34 periods, in the case of a 1 over the last 5 periods. So you can see here 0, or say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, highest high. Look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, lowest low. Okay, and that's how that works. That's how this works. But this ZZ does some other things internally, which, like I say, makes it eats up a lot of CPU power when you're looking at all these charts. Even with these fast computers and gigabytes of memory, it can still bring a computer to a halt. So especially if you load up multiple columns. Trust me, I know. I'm just running on a laptop here, a Toshiba. Let's see, it doesn't even say, it's got a Pentium in it. But I think this laptop's about 2 or 3 years old. It's still Windows 7. I do believe. I hate 8 and 10 with a just total dislike. So, anyway, enough about computers. Okay, let's look at the Euro Yen, one of my favorite traders. Here we got a 2 and a 2. So what's it doing? 2 and 2 is breaking out. Let's see. I've got 9 minutes. No, I've got about 6 minutes left in the video, and this bar is going to end in about 4 or 5. So we can just hang out here and watch what happens. See, the my version modified here, the training wheels, it'll tell you what to do. So it's saying basically get ready to short on the next bar. And as we wait, I can look at a few other things. Okay, we've had 6 green M15s in a row. So I have that Wednesday high. Let's see, what's today? Today's Monday, and it's not going to end till 2 o'clock. But what we could do, no, we'll just leave that alone. That's Wednesday's candle. We could look at it on the D1 time frame if we wanted. So we've got Monday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. You see here, it hasn't broken out of this Wednesday candle. Right now, it already broke out, but right now, no. It's still within the high and the low of the Wednesday candle. Now, somebody said I was counting daily candles on a weekly chart. I guess I messed up yesterday. That's pretty funny. I'm just human. Okay, what else we got? So we don't have any 1, 2, 3s happening here. Now, let's see. We've got a 3 and a 1, 2, 3 on the high side. But that's on the weekly. Let's switch that over to the current. And this is how you do that. So we're looking at the 1, 2, 3. And I spelled it out because once again, you can't use a 1. So 1, 2, 3. We can put that on the current. See, that way, if you have it on the current, whatever chart it is, these columns will match. Okay. So we don't have anything there, but I think if we switched back to we were on the 15-minute. Okay, we have a 1, 2, 3 low right there. If you use the TRO 1, 2, 3 indicator, it'll put the little arrowheads on there. So let me explain something else. We're using these indicators to make money. Now, you see that's the top of this candle right here. Right there, you see that horizontal line. So price went up, pushed up to a new high and started reversing. You might want to think about going short there. Even though this candle was green, it's already put in a high. If it's not making new highs, then it's probably going lower. So right here would be one place to go short. Now another place would be right here, which would be the highest open. So there's two opportunities to go short off of that 3, right? Those two spots right there. Now, of course, it can reverse on you. Hey, that's just trading. So now we're on the new bar. It says go short. It told you to get ready to go short. So now you want to see what kind of price action you get. Now, once again, we've got the body of the candle, the lower wick or tail, and the upper wick or just the wick. Okay, so what we would probably look for is for this candle to enter the zone and leave it, which would be a rat reversal also. So I've got a little over a minute here, and I have no idea what this is going to do, of course. So I hope that explains how to use the 3LZZ columns. Oh, let me show you something else here while I'm thinking about it. If you hit the F8 key, it brings up this. If you come over here and you see grid, if you say color none, that gets rid of that line. Okay. And I usually use my TRO spread dots indicator to put the bid and the ask here, which the bid on some platforms is going to be higher than this number here because this is not the bid, this is the close. Not necessarily the same. They're not equal. So anyway, fellow traders, that's it for today, at least on this video. I might make another one. We'll just have to wait and see. As always, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne signing off. And while you're at it, drain the banks.